get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zibskii, and today we are discussing quite a bit of things. These are some things that have been discovered by data miners, and if you guys haven't found this information, it's also spoilers. So if you don't want to watch anything spoilers, I'd suggest going away now. Alright, and if you're still here, must mean you care deeply about trying to see all this stuff. So if you do, then let's just go ahead and get into it. We have a bit of a updated list for there we go. We have a bit of a updated list of the 400 Pokemon that should be in Sword and Shield. Everything in green, Pokemon that are going to make it into the game, and Pokemon in white are Pokemon that are not. You've probably seen this image if you've gotten this far, but you may have not seen some other stuff like the other 32 or 35 Pokemon I believe that they're supposed to be adding actually in, but it's not in the Pokedex, so they're believed to be event Pokemon. And that list actually is right here. So Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Mewtwo, Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, Keldeo, Rowlet, Dartrix, Decidueye, Litten, Torracat, Incineroar, Popplio, Brionne, Primarina, Cosmog, Cosmome, Solgaleo, Lunala, Necrozma, Marshadow, Zeraora, Meltan, and Melmetal. Ugh. There we go. So Gen 1 starters are in, and Gen 7 starters are in, which is good news because they put Charmander in the game. And Gen 7, that they didn't have much of a chance. So I'm very glad that these are going to be in the game. Mew, we already knew. At least I already knew. Mewtwo, Celebi, Jirachi, Cobalion, all of them. It's very interesting to me to see why they are actually going to pick them and put them into the game. I wonder if they have something in store, like shiny forms, like shiny events, like they do stuff like that. But they haven't done a Gen 4 remake, so I don't think they're going to be doing a Gen 5 remake. But my assumption why they're giving so much love to Gen 5 this go around is due to the fact that maybe that's the least favorite generation. Therefore, they're trying to show off the better Pokemon of the generation and try to give it some more love. Like that Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion, I know that's popular, like they're coming to Pokemon Go, so that may be a factor too. Because Meltan and Melmetal, I think I said Melman. You pretty much only get them for Pokemon Go. You have to send over a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Let's Go, Eevee or Pikachu, and you get the thing in Pokemon Go called a Meltan box. And it allows you for 30 minutes to like catch a Meltan like every minute and a half or something like that. And then the way to evolve it is you have to have 400 candies. And that was the only way in Let's Go that you could get a Melmetal. It was literally just transferring it. You couldn't evolve it. So I'm assuming that Gen 8 will have some kind of Pokemon Go integration as well. And since Pokemon Go just came out with Gen 5 not too long ago, I assume that's also the increase, why there's increased love for these kind of Pokemon. But without further ado, we're gonna get into some more stuff discovered through data miners, and I'm turning my music down just a little bit. This spreadsheet right here, I'll show you where to find it if you'd like. It should be down below if I forget, but I'll try to tell you the it's on Cerebi, Smogon, whoops. But we'll get into that later. But right here, this main column is what you guys want to look at. These are moves that are going to be, so you can use move true or false. Everything that's false is going to be out of the game. So if you transfer it from Let's Go, which I'm assuming you should be able to, you actually, I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, but there's something, it's like, I don't remember exactly what it says. We'll get into it later, but it's like, you can't use this move. If you try to use it, like, they literally just, like, don't know how. So you literally just have to delete it, and then you can't relearn it. So, I mean, if you want a wasted move slot, I guess you could. But it's very interesting. You see some different stats, like inflict percent, tells you how much percent per turn it should deal. It's very interesting to look at all the stats, but I'll link some things down below so you can get your own spreadsheet. Like, let's say, for example, if you wanted all these moves pasted, and you can put them into a spreadsheet, you copy the raw data down below, and you'll be able to look at them. But these are all the moves that are going to be taken out. If you want some more relevant ones, there's like Tween Needle, Dragon Rage. Rage is kind of interesting. Mirror Move, Bide makes sense. Clamp and Spike Cannon kind of sucks because those are like exclusive moves, or signature moves of like Sheldon and Cloyster. Feint Attack is gone. Sharpen, Return, and Frustration is a pretty big move because that's usually a hard-hitting move for normal types that don't have resistance. What is it called? Where you hurt yourself, you know. Magnitude, Pursuit, and Hidden Power. Magnitude not as much, but Pursuit, that's pretty big because that's a very useful move, as long with Hidden Power, because a lot of Pokemon would run Hidden Power, fighting or grass or things of that nature to kind of try and cover their weaknesses. And considering the fact that Hidden Power itself is taken out of the game, unknown, literally, like, if it was in the game, it would literally not have any moves at all. Assist and Refresh are kind of interesting. Snatch was a gimmick. Camouflage, Ice Ball, Sky Uppercut is another big one. Signal Beam is a pretty big one too. Heal, Block, Trump Card, Ring Out, some moves like that. Magna Bomb, that was one of those moves that you just forgot existed. Same with Rock Climb, even though it's in the game. Flame Burst is kind of interesting to me that it was taken out because it was such a unique move. Like, I'm surprised that they didn't have more, because you would hit one opponent and it would deal like 10% of that damage to the other opponent. Synchronize, which was a move, actually a signature move for Ralt's Community Day in Pokemon Go. It's like you have to be the same type, and if it is, it deals that damage, otherwise it doesn't work, I believe. Bestow, Rototiller, Ion Deluge. It's like if you had plus or minus the ability, it would give you like +1 defenses. All the Z moves and all the EV moves were taken out, which makes sense. There's no Z moves, and the EV moves you can only get them from the starters in Let's Go, so that makes sense there as well. Now on to a bigger thing. If you want to look it up, Smogon DHR 107, give credit to him. He has a lot of this kind of stuff down below. So he has a sprite sheet, shows all the Pokemon that are going to be in the game. Some of these are spoilers, so if you don't want to look, then don't look. There's eggs and Savali forms and things of that nature, but we're going to close that. Notable Pokemon returns, yeah, the other 35, and that's what we just looked into. Also, I've heard a lot of people say Melman and Melmetal. Meltan and Melmetal were like Gen 7, and that was, if you played Pokemon Go at all, you know that was not the case. You know, it said that they were literally from an unknown region, and this is the next unknown region, so they are supposed to be an actual Gen 8 Pokemon. New Gigamax forms: Machamp, Snorlax, Melmetal, Orby, Sandaconda, and Toxtricity, which these three are new, and these three are old. I actually haven't seen Gigamax, Melmetal, or Snorlax. I have seen Machamp. I just have pictures of it. The hidden abilities: Grassy Surge, Protein, and Sniper, pretty much. Which Cinderace actually might be really good if he gets Protein, because Greninja had it and he was really good. And I know Cinderace gets a lot of coverage moves, and his stats are actually very strong. So he should be very good. And Inteleon Sniper, I think Inteleon will be the worst of the 3 final evolutions. I think just as a Pokemon will probably do what he did better, but I'm not sure yet. And Grassy Surge is kind of nice for the Rillaboom. Maybe, you know, plays a beat, and that's how he describes that he makes it. I should have this link down below. Let's see. Aegislash is the only Pokemon that they know of that have stat nerfs. Negative 10 to both defenses, and King Shield reduces attack by 1 instead of 2. That's a fair change. That's a fine change. That it's not something that will hurt him too much. I'm surprised they didn't give him like +5 speed or something like that. You know, something to compensate a little bit. And the attack by 1 instead of by 2, that's perfectly fine. You know, that's a good change. It keeps the uniqueness of it without ruining it. Like, you can still burn and paralyze through it, so it's balanced. That's even more balanced, I guess. Glaceon and Leafeon now evolve with Leaf Stone, Ice Stone, and Charjabug now evolves via Thunderstone. I like this solution because I do like the way that you had to be here to like evolve this Pokemon, but at the same time, the stones have just lost their use over the years. Giving Ice Stone another use is great because I think it evolved Alolan Vulpix, and that was it. Maybe one of the Pokemon. Leaf Stone was one of the lesser used ones, and then Thunderstone. That's great. I'm down for more Pokemon to be evolved with stones as long as they're more accessible. There's some gift Pokemon. I'm assuming this is the beginning starters: Toxel, Type Null. The 4 different fossils, because the way they described it is that they're in 4 different pieces, and you combine them and you can make 4 different Pokemon combinations. Gigamax, Charmander, Pikachu, and Eevee. Only the fossils can be shiny. Galar starters have random IVs. Gigamax, Pikachu, and Eevee have perfect stats, and everything else is 3 flawless IVs. Yeah, notable moves that were removed. Yeah, right here it says this move cannot be used. It's recommended that the move is forgotten. Once it's forgotten, it cannot be remembered. These are actually some of the new moves, the max moves and the Gigamax moves. I will go over the new moves with the other guys. I'll leave you guys to go over those new moves. Double Iron Bash, that's with Melmetal. Strikes twice and can flinch. Dynamax Cannon. I'm going to leave that. Snipe Shot is actually Inteleon's signature move, I believe. User ignores the effect of the Pokemon's moves and the abilities that draw on the moves, allowing this move to choose the target. So, I'm assuming that, like, let's say if you use Rage Powder, it's going to hit whoever you want regardless. Like, it's not going to go into the Rage Powder. Jaw Lock. This move prevents Pokemon from switching out in the field until they faint. Until either of them faints. The effect goes away if either the Pokemon leaves the field. Leaves the field, so I guess like running? I'm not exactly sure what that is. Stuffed Cheeks. User eats his held berry, then sharply raises defense stat. That actually... Oh, I don't remember if Dedenne was one of those Pokemon that was in the game. Well, if it is, then like... I guess any Pokemon with Cheek Pouch is going to benefit very, very nicely from that. But I don't know how many... I don't remember how many people do. No retreat, this Pokemon raises all of its stats, but prevents the user from switching out or fleeing. That's very interesting. So it's like, what is that move? I don't know the move for it. I can't think of the move. Wow. You raise all your stats. It's kind of like Shell Smash, where it's one stage, and instead of your defenses dropping, it's your, you just can't switch out. Which is kind of nice. I mean, you can still Dragon Tail. Yeah, Dragon Tail is still in the game, I believe. So that's going to be very interesting. Tar Shot. Lowering speed, and you become weak to fire moves. Interesting. Magic Powder. Changes you to a Psychic type. So you have some move typing changes, which is very interesting. I like to see those. Dragon Darts. User attacks twice using Treepy. There are 2 targets. He hits both of them once. Interesting. Tea Time. This is gonna be. I wonder whose signature move this is gonna be, huh? Each Pokemon eats its held berry. If you don't have a berry, don't eat it. But it forces you to eat the berry early. But it's gonna be an interesting move. I don't know how that doesn't sound like it's gonna be too useful, to be quite honest with you. Octolock prevents from fleeing and lowers defenses every turn. Wow. I believe I'm assuming Octillery would get that, and lowering their defenses and they can't leave is actually kind of crazy. Bolt Beak. If the user attacks before the target, power is doubled. Probably electric. Yeah, it's electrified beak and bolt. Sounds like an interesting move. Fish's Rend. Same kind of concept there. Court Change. This mysterious power swaps the effects on the other side of the field. So let's say they have a Tailwind. Use it. You have a Tailwind. I guess if there's a Trick Room up, it could probably reverse the Trick Room too. Clangor Soul. Oh, it sounds like a Jang Mo-O move, or Hack Mo-O, or Mo-O, like them three. Sounds like something they could get. Raises all of its stats by using some of its HP. I'm assuming it's gonna be like Belly Drum. I don't know if it's by 1 stage or by 2 stages, but I assume it's gonna work something like that. Body Press. The higher the user's defense, more it can inflict. So it's like Heavy Slam, it's how heavy you are. This is based on your defense. Interesting enough. Decorate. Users raises the target's attack and special attack by decorating the target. I assume you might be able to use that on your teammates or yourself, maybe? Might just be yourself. Drum Beating. Rillaboom. It's obvious it's hit move. Places drum controlling its drum ridge to attack the ground, to attack the target. Lowers their speed. Snap Trap plays snares the target into a snap for 4 to 5 turns. Pyro Ball launches a fireball, may leave them with burn. That's Scorpionny. I can't think of his final move or final evolution. Beam off Blade and Bash. User becomes. I think it's gonna be Age Slash, but I have no idea. I guess we'll see. Oh no, I know what this is. This is the This is not Age Slash. This is the legendaries. Move deals twice as much if the target is Dynamaxed, which is actually very nice. But considering it'll probably only be out the legendaries, makes sense. War Wheel changes either electric or dark, I believe. Attack, it lowers their attack. Branch Poke. It's like Leafage, but it's Branch Poke. That's it. Overdrive. Whoa, user attacks the Pokemon by twanging a guitar or bass guitar, causing a huge echo and a strong vibration. I'm assuming it's going to wake people up from sleep and deal damage. Apple Acid uses acid from apples, tart apples, lowers their special defense. It attacks and lowers their special defense. Grab Apple lowers their defense, not special defense. But same kind of thing. Spirit Break. User attacks the target with so much force that it could break the target's spirit. This also lowers their special attack. Strange Stream. Attacks and may confuse. Life Dew. User scatters mysterious water around and restores the HP of itself and its allied Pokemon in the battle. So that's kind of like Aqua Ring, but I guess it's for you and your teammate, which is pretty nice. Obstruct. This move enables the user to protect itself from all attacks. It changes. No, its chance of failing rises if used in succession, just like Protect. This is like a different Protect. Direct contact harshly lowers the attacker's defense stat. So like we were saying with King Shield, like if you hit it, it lowers your attack, but this one lowers your defense, which is just as deadly. It says harshly, so I think it's by 2. False Surrender pretends to bow its head and stabs the target with this disheveled hair. Its attack never misses. That sounds like Impidim's final evolution, like something it would do. My Go Plus is connected. I didn't even know that. Meteor Assault. We'll read these three. These last three. Meteor Assault. The user attacks wildly with a thick leak, and what? The user cannot move on the next turn because the force of this move makes it stagger. Okay. So it's like a Hyper Beam kind of thing. Same with the Turn Beam. The most powerful attack in its original form. Can't move next turn. Got it. And Steel Beam. Users fires a beam of steel that's covered a collective member of its entire body. It also damages the user. We have actually seen that in the gameplay. It's the Steel Dragon guy. I can't remember his name right now for the life of me. We do have a new mechanic called Technical Records, which kind of like older style TMs. Where it's one use, but multiple Pokemon, like lots of different Pokemon could use it. I'll get into TMs and get into that in just a bit. Rapid Spin gets rid of Bind, Wrap, Leech Life, and raises your speed stat. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee changes for reverted. Oh, okay. So like Mega Drain, instead of doing 75, I guess it does like 40. Things like that. Rapid Spin is buffed to 50 power, and Multi Attack has 120 power. Teleport. Oh, never mind about Teleport. I don't know exactly what the difference in Teleport was. But let's get into TMs. Yeah, so Mega Punch, Mega Kick. Payday. which is actually kind of nice. You got the elemental punches, fly, pin missile, which I thought they said no, twin needle is taken out, pin missiles in, hyper beam, giga impact, magical leaf, fire spin, solar blade, which I don't think we've Gen 7 they introduced that. Safeguard, self-destruct, rest, rock slide, snore, protect, scary face. Scary face is actually kind of an interesting one. That lowers their speed by 2, which I guess I could find their use. Sandstorm, rainy day, sunny day, hail. The whirlpool, beat up, facade, will-o-wisp, swift. Some other ones like dive, icicle spear. I think these 4 are actually pretty nice. I guess more bullet seed and icicle sphere. Brine, U-turn was a nice rock blast, mud shot, power swap, guard swap, speed swap, soft speeds. Drain punch for a TM is very, very nice. A lot of Pokemon like to use drain punch. Got the different fangs. Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, Fire Fang, no Psycho Fang, which is interesting. They got Psycho Cut, Wonder Room, Magic Room. Those are weird moves. Hex, Acrobatics, Volt Switch, Electro Web, Snail, Snarl, Tail Slap, Phantom Force, Draining Kiss. That's a TM I'm excited for. A lot of Pokemon actually could benefit really well from Draining Kiss. Like pretty much any fairies and Pokemon that are fairies. Which I don't know if it'll be exclusive to fairies. Well, we'll find out. Mystical Fire. Actually, I believe got a buff in Gen 7. It was Delphox's signature move. Yeah, it used to be 65 base power and got buffed to 75. But it has a chance to raise your special attack by 1 stage, I believe. So not a bad move to have. Smart Strike, can't miss. Stomping Tantrum and Breaking Swipe. I don't know if we've seen Breaking Swipe. You have to look more into that and maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Minimize that. We won't go into story spoilers either, by the way. I don't want to do that kind of thing. Now these are the more important moves. This allows, let's see, how many more? Pretty much 99 or 100 more TMs, but you can only use once. So you have to like grind for it, which kind of sucks. But some of the moves from the first one are actually still pretty good. Like Fire Spin, Thunder Wave, Brick Break, the Fangs and the Punches, U-turn and Volt Switch. So there's still good moves in the TM list, but the technical records is definitely what you're going to be looking for. Swords Dance, Flamethrower, Hydro Pump, Surf, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Low Punch, Low Kick, my bad, Thunderbolt, Earthquake, Psychic Agility, Focus, Energy, Metronome, Fire Blast. List goes on and on and on. Like, Sleeve Talk is probably one of the weirder moves in here. Baton Pass, Encore, X-Scissor, Aura Sphere, Flare Blitz, Leaf Storm, Stone Edge, Stealth Rocks, Foul Play, Ally Switch, Scald, Dark Lariat. But actually seeing that's very interesting. Because I guess they're giving more signature moves out to people. Throat Chop, Pollen Puff, Psycho Fangs right here, Liquidation, and Body Press. Now, how these work, you know, you can use it once, but let's say, for example, let's see, random Pokemon like a Ranguru. Let's say he doesn't naturally get Ice Beam. I don't think he does. This has more of a possibility to actually give them those kind of moves. So I think a popular one that a lot of people were talking about, I think Dragon Dance was here. Yeah, Dragon Dance right there. Dragon Dance is one of these, and that's probably one of the most important ones. So if Garchomp was actually in this game, he could get Dragon Dance. He would be Ubers. It would be ridiculous. I guess it kind of makes up for the fact that Megas aren't in the game, which is unfortunate still to me. But that's so crazy. Okay, full item list. Please note that the list is rarely ever tampered with, so Mega Stone Z crystals are limited for things like the Explorer Kit, from Sinnoh, Game Boy Music Player. Yeah. So there's actually a full item list. I won't go. Let me see. Got the Pokeballs. We're not gonna look at those. But if you guys want to, you can look at the links down below. Like same with the story spoilers. I won't go into those either. But so I mean, technically, I guess they could put in like Mega Zones and Z Crystals. They have both of those still coded into the game, but the forms and how the mechanics work actually are not in the game. Therefore, they're pretty much just useless space, really. So I wonder if like the different crystals are still in the game. Sorry. Very interesting. It's just crazy to see a lot of these different moves that are taken out of the game. And finally, we're going to go into the new move changes and abilities and new move pools, which is ridiculous. This is the last thing we'll be talking about today. Rapid Spin, 50 base power, brand 1 speed, which used to be 20 and no speed. With Rapid Spin, I think that's a smart idea. Like for example, in Gen 7, their biggest one of their biggest changes was leech life. We went to 20 and 80. That was ridiculous. Inner focus. What did that used to do? Protects you from flinching. That's all it used to do. And now protects you from stat drops too. Actually, it might just change. Instead of flinching, it prevents stat drops. I think that's probably what it is. Coughing also has neutralizing gas. Let's see. Suppresses all the abilities. Oh, normal coughing. Okay, just like wheezing, I guess. And stench is not the normal stench. We don't care about that. What does it say? I think I had it on this other page. May cause them to flinch. Okay. New move pools. Venusaur, line, Weather Ball, Earth Power, Helping Hand, and False Swipe. This is good for Sunny Day. That's 100 base power fire type move. With this chlorophyll. Earth Power, very good coverage. Helps against steel, helps against rock. Which I guess you could use Weather Ball. Weather Ball, you can change the weather, why not? Helping Hand, very good for doubles. These three. Mystical Fire, Heat Crash. Strong fire type moves. Hurricane, Heat Crash, Acrobatics was a bit only in Weather Ball. One of the biggest changes, Life Dew, is that water type move, Aqua Ring kind of thing, and Shell Smash, which it didn't get Shell Smash until now, which that's huge. Squirtle is the Blastoise, instead of being just like a Pokemon that stays there, it can actually just be a sweeper. It can sweep. Which it really never got any setup moves besides withdrawal, Iron Defense. Now it's time to shine. Pollen Puff, Hurricane, Pikachu, Pichu and Pikachu can both actually just learn Surf instead of Alolan Raichu, which is very interesting. I think that's a nice touch. Speed Swap versus Surf. Gets wow, look at that. Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales, Moonblast, and then Stored Power and Training Kits. I don't know exactly how much stored power is going to affect Alolan Ninetales, besides maybe due to the fact that it gets Nasty Plot. But these moves just kind of open their availability, their variety, what they can actually do, which is always a very nice feeling. Arcanine gets Psychic Fangs and Play Route, which are both good coverage moves. Oddist can now just learn Leech Seed. Sludge Wave. Mystical Fire, Solar Blade, Mystical Fire, Swords Dance. That's huge. Gengar. Gengar gets Nasty Plot and Sludge Wave, so now I can hit harder. Literally twice as hard with the Sludge Wave instead of Sludge Bomb. That's even harder. And most of the time it's just trying to get that damage instead of trying to poison you, so that's huge. Champ gets Darkest Lariat. Shelter Cloister gets Life Dew. That's not too big. Rhyperior gets Hydro Pump and Heat Crash. What? Why does Rhyperior? I know it gets Surf, but why does it get Hydro Pump? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Heat Crash will be nice, and I guess Hydro Pump can be good coverage. I know some people will run Fire Blast and Tauros. But what would it cover? Other ground types, and fire types, and rock types? Like, I mean, I guess you could use it for fun. Kingler gets Razor Shell, High Horsepower, Hammer Arm, Brutal Swing, Hydro Pump. That's alright. Farfetch'd gets Close Combat, which is going to be super useful for Surfetch'd, and if you just want to go Farfetch'd. It's always a nice move to have. Onix gets Dragon Dance, Head Smash. Steelix gets Dragon Dance, Head Smash. Psychic Fangs, Drill Run, Body Press. Which are these are great to see. All evolutions gain Weather Ball and Copycat. Mr. Mime gets Mystical Fire. Lapras, Liquidation, Sparkling Aria, which is actually nice to see. I like to see more Pokemon get that. It makes sense that Lapras gets it. Gets Life Dew. Snorlax spinning in a circle with Darkest Lariat. It's gonna be funny. Gets Hydro Pump. Wow. Mewtwo, Nasty Plot, Stored Power, Ancient Power, Speed Swap. Ancient Power is niche. Stored Power with Nasty Plot. That, oh my gosh, that's an Uber's Pokemon. That's an Uber's Pokemon, you know. Mew gets every TM. It can learn everything. Okay. Mew's gotta have. Oh my gosh. Mew's already annoying enough as it is because it has variety, but now it has variety. You know, that's insane. Noctowl gets Calm Mind and Nasty Plot and Moonblast. Okay. Like, that's kind of what it would do, was just set up kind of like that. But those are very nice moves for it to have. Corsola, Hydro Pump, Xatu, Cosmic Power. Oh my gosh, that is huge. That's huge. Alright, that's like, from using Natu, that's huge. Because now you could just set up your defenses and just stay there and roost, and then Stored Power, and then have another move for coverage, or like Tailwind or U-turn, something like that. That's awesome. Octillery gets Liquidation. Wobbuffet gets Amnesia. Okay. Delibird, actually still in the game, gets Baton Pass. Tyranitar gets Heavy Slam, High Horsepower, Muddy Water, Body Press, and Hydro Pump. So they're adding a Hydro Pump to a good bit more Pokemon I've seen. And Celebi gets Solar Blade, Pollen Puff, and Aura Sphere. Zigzagoon gets Tail Slap, Gardevoir Mystical Fire, Ninjask gets acrobatics and air slash, and the Hex Wish Cash with liquidation is if you don't want to run waterfall, you can run liquidation instead of flinching. You know, because most of the time you're gonna be slower unless you have enough dragon dances set up. You're gonna be faster. Claydol with nasty plot. That's kind of nice for me. I've been using it in my insurgents, and I got attached to it. But now if he can get nasty plot instead of just being bulky, he has options. Soul Rock gets Sword Stance, Psychic Terrain, and Weather Ball. And Lunatone gets Nasty Plot and Psychic Terrain. So one's more offense attack, and one special attack. Jirachi gets Baton Pass, Life Dew, Aura Sphere, and Encore. Shellis gets Ancient Power. I guess John gets Hydro Pump. Vespa Queen, I know they got rid of heal. They got rid of heal order, which made sense because Roost, he gets Roost and literally just did the same thing but better. Lucario gets Life Dew, and to me that doesn't make too much sense. Do you see how is he gonna use the water? But he's meditation Pokemon, so I guess that makes sense. And Lucario lost Follow Me. That was one of the moves I remember him using, like in-game. Bronzor and Bronzong with Speed Swap. That's actually kind of big. Because now instead of using Trick Room, it's already, like, its attack isn't the worst in Gyro Ball. Well, I guess it would use Gyro Ball. But it's more of a utility Pokemon, and so if it wanted to, it could just change speeds and change speeds again, you know? Let's say make a Weavile really slow and then give that speed over to somebody else that's really slow, and then you know, you go from there. Rotom gets Nasty Plot, which is very nice. Bombasnow gets Earth Power and Leaf Storm, and Orville, which is awesome because Ninetales is like the only one. Now Bombasnow can do that same role, which should maybe boost him up a little bit. Glade gets Solar Blade, Reversal, Air Slash, and Aura Sphere. Not really special, but it's kind of nice. Dusknoir gets Larkus Lariat, which is really funny. Weavile Psycho Cut, nice utility. Unfezzing gets Hurricane, Brave Bird, Focus Energy. That's I'm not really a fan of that line, but like that's deserving. I just saw something down here. Bisharp and Pawniard knockoff, and that's one of its best Dark type moves, and I just lost it. I guess they don't like Dark knockoff. Surprised they didn't change it again, to be honest. Moonblast, Psychic Fangs, Timber. What? Timber, Girder, and Conkeldurr can now get Defog from an egg move. Defog? You want a Defogger? Conkeldurr. There you go. What? Wait, what? That's ridiculous. Galarian Darmanitan gets Icicle Crash and Endure and Reversal. Mystical Fire. Speed Swap. Scrap if you use Close Combat. It's kind of nice. Instead of using Superpower, you can use Close Combat so your attack doesn't drop. It's still good. Reuniclus gets Hammer Arm. Crustle, Solar Blade, Heavy Slam, Body Press. That's just kind of funny. I like Crustle. Scavalier, Brazier Shell, Close Combat. Makes sense to me. Haxorus now gets Close Combat, First Impression, Crunch, and Psycho Cut from all egg moves. Are all from egg moves. And those are nice changes. Those are solid changes. Those add more variety for his move. Actually, Close Combat isn't an egg move. I think he got Superpower, but now you can run Close Combat instead. First Impression, if he wants to hit something first. Crunch, coverage, Psycho Cut, coverage. Good changes. Golurk gets Darkest Lariat, Close Combat, Heat Crash. Ferrothorn gets Body Press. Clink Clink gets Assurance. I hope he can get some more of these TMs because his move pool is slim. It's slim. Durant gets First Impression. That's very nice. Bravery and Rufflet get Close Combat and Hurricane, which is awesome because instead of Superpower and Air Slash, better moves. Chandelure gets Mystical Fire. Maybe better than Flamethrower. Like if you wanted to use that. Hydreigon gets Nasty Plot, Hydro Pump, and Dragon Dance. Let's talk about that for a second. Nasty Plot, Dragon Dancing, Hydreigon, Hydro Pump. That's what Garchomp wishes he could be, and that's still in the game. That's awesome. Now let's get to these legendaries. Air Slash, most of them. Freeze Dry, Dragon Dance, Dragon Dance, Dragon Dance. Reversal Endure, Smart Strike, Mega Horn, Air Slash, Solar Blade. That's a lot. Mainly these Dragon Dances are something that's really scary, but those are gonna be Uber's Pokemon, and they're not even technically in the game at first. Let's look at these. Goodra gets Hydro and Life Dew. Cool. The Gourgeist gets Mystical Fire and Moonblast with Power Whip. That's cool too. Malamar, Liquidation, Baton Pass, Disable, Acupressure, Wrap, Fake Tears, Endure, Future Sight, Nasty Plot, Stored Power, and Scary Face. With Contrary, I mean, I guess now you don't have to run a Contrary set, but his main thing was Contrary, so you're not going to run Nasty Plot if you're running Contrary, you know? Yes. I forgot what is it. I think his other ability is Suction Cup or something. I may be wrong about that. Parangoro gets Darkest Lariat, Close Combat, Reversal, Endure, Circle Throw, Storm Throw. Yowastic gets Nasty Plot. Aegis Slash gets Solar Blade, Close Combat, Reversal, and Endure. Close Combat, Aegis Slash. You sure you want to do that? Eluesque, Weather Ball, Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Discharge, Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Swift Endure, Electro Ball, Dragon Rush, and Breaking Swipe. Definitely one of the bigger ones too. Those are all good, like, good enough moves for it. At least the first couple ones are. Barbaracle gets Rock Blast. That's actually pretty big. And Whirlpool. That's good. Hawlucha gets Brave Bird, Close Combat, Endure. I think these are all actually, if I'm not mistaken, these are like changed move pools, so they can like learn these kind of things. Slurpuff gets Metronome. Sylveon gets Mystical Fire. He was talking about the evolutions above. Bergmite gets Aurora Veil, which you can't set up hail, but it's kind of nice. And finally, the Gen 7 changes. Timber also lost a knockoff. I was thinking that down below. Rowlet gets knockoff. Sidgewai gets Solar Blade and Hurricane. Incineroar gets Close Combat. Very good. Heat Crash, Parting Shot. Both good. Reversal and Endure, not as much. Poplio, Primarina get Life Dew from Egg Move and Calm Mind. Those are good. Those are good changes. Charjabug, Vigavolt gets Sticky Web, Fly, and Pulse. Rimbombi, gimmick moves. Araquanid get Bug Buzz and Hydro Pump. He's physical, it's not gonna matter too much. Shiinotic gets Drain and Kiss, Rain Dance, Weather Ball, Endure, Drain Punch, Hyper Beam, Facade, and Pollen Puff. Neat changes. Salazzle, Fire Lash, Dragon Dance, if you want to run physical. Flare Blitz, Endeavor, and Beat Up, which its special is still way better, but I guess you can run mixed instead. Toxapex, Hydro Pump, Beware, Darkest Lariat, Close Combat, Endure. Turtonator, Rapid Spin. Closopod, Close Combat, Bug Buzz. Delmise, Hydro Pump, Liquidation. Komodo, Close combat Aura Sphere, Body Press, Clanger Soul. I predicted that, and Boom Burst, which hits super, super hard. No stab, but still. Savali gets Psychic Fang, so Sokoleo gets Close Combat, he can crash Mystical Fire. No new moves for Lunala. Interesting. Marshadow gets Aura Sphere, Blaze Kick, Reverse, Endure, and Reversal, and Zorora gets Reversal, Endure, Electro Ball, and Play Rough. She's all crazy moves. There's a lot of information to take in. If you guys do want to find out more besides these small gun links, you can also check out this guy, Kurt at Capotics. I'll try to link him down below as well, so you guys can find out more information if you want to stay up to date. And this is going to be one of the last videos before Sword and Shield is actually released. We may have a video before Friday, but don't plan on it. Thanks guys for coming out to today's video. Watching this video. Watch the full thing if you did. Make sure to leave a like. Let me know what changes you are excited for in Sword and Shield, because there's quite a bit. And this kind of stuff is always what gets me really hyped with the game. Speaking of Friday, I will be doing a 12-hour live stream. I'm not sure if it's going to start at 10 o'clock or if it's going to start at noon. Make sure to check up on my Twitter. That announcement should have already been up, to be honest, but I will have that up very, 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 very soon. So Wednesday at the latest. So either Tuesday night, which is tonight, or Wednesday. So make sure to check out for that and come watch the stream. It'll be fun. 12 hours of Pokemon. Let's get it. Thanks guys for watching today's video, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.
Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight.